was going to try to do this without my glasses, but those days are gone. In 1965, Tarrant County Junior College was approved by the citizens of Tarrant County. The first campus, South Campus, was opened shortly after, and the airframe and power plant program was among the original technical programs offered. And it represented the first public A&P program in the state of Texas. Some 50-plus years and many changes later, we have expanded to include logistics, flight, avionics, composites, and if you've walked through this building lately, you can tell many more programs to come. The success of our students over the years has led to the success of our programs. We can all take a look around at this incredible facility, an abundance of equipment, and know that we are blessed to enjoy the full support of our Board of Trustees, our Chancellor, Dr. Eugene Giovannini, our many industry partners, and the citizens of Tarrant County. My name is Clint Grant. I'm the Division Dean of Aviation, Business, and Logistics. On behalf of the Northwest Campus President, Dr. Zarina Blankenbaker, and all of the faculty and staff here at CEATL, I would like to welcome you all to the second, and hopefully without further disruption, annual completion ceremony. So I understand this is streaming, so we do have some VIPs that are watching online that aren't present with us today, as well as other graduates and family. And we appreciate your presence. I would like to recognize three VIPs at the moment. We have us here in the front row, Dr. Billy Alexander. He's our Veterans Counselor from the Veterans Resource Center at Northwest Campus. Please welcome behind me, Mr. Bill Goebel. Mr. Bill Goebel is our Aviation Advisory Committee Chairperson. He's a licensed airframe and power plant mechanic with an inspection authorization and over 40 years of maintenance experience with both fixed and rotary wing. I think most of the people here probably know what that means. He's also an FAA designated engineering representative and a private pilot. He currently owns his own general aviation maintenance operation, and he's been on the advisory board for more than 5 years. Please welcome also behind me, Mr. Richard Jones. Mr. Jones is the advisory committee chairperson for the Logistics and Supply Chain Management Program. He's the general manager of the Overhead Door Corporation. He has over 15 years' experience in a variety of logistics and supply chain management positions. He's also a former U.S. Marine. He served on the Logistics Program Advisory Committee since 2015. To say the past year has been a challenge doesn't even begin to cover it, and I won't attempt to try. Suffice it to say that we've all been through something completely unprecedented in history, certainly in my lifetime. Each of us has been impacted in many ways, whether it's personally or professionally, and certainly some have been impacted much more than others. That said, the focus tonight is on accomplishment in spite of everything. Really, a year ago, March, we had a choice. We could shut down and try to wait it out, or we could find a way to keep going, and that's what we did. It was very important to us that our students complete as close as to on time as we can make it happen for them. We didn't know the answers to the questions about COVID. We asked the Chancellor permission to restart the maintenance program labs, as well as actual flight, and we worked with the school to develop protocol. There were no protocols in place, folks, before we restarted. We figured it out working with district. And although some of us fell ill, I'm pleased to say that as far as we can tell, we've had no spreading events that have occurred at CEATL, and we owe that to every single person in this room and their diligence. It's a testament to everyone in this building, as well as certainly the students. I want to personally offer my heartfelt admiration And thanks to the staff. Some of you didn't have the luxury of working from home, and during the uncertainty, you were here. And all of you, whether you were home or not, stepped up and kept us running and making it happen for our students. I would like to ask the staff to stand, please. We thank you. For faculty, you were instantly, and I mean instantly, thrown into an unfamiliar world of online lecture for programming, in many cases, particularly aviation program, that wasn't meant to be virtual. Working with each other to figure it out, you made it happen for our students. I know it wasn't easy. I know it wasn't easy for the students, but we made it happen. I'd like to ask the faculty to stand. Students, through the craziness of the COVID protocols, all the construction that's been going on in the facility, and uncertain scheduling, you stuck with it. You've all been through an experience that no other student before you has been through. Although it is not what any of us expected or wanted, we appreciate your flexibility and, most importantly, your dedication and persistence. We started this ceremony a couple of years ago because those of us here understand the difficulty these students and their families go through in the accomplishment of our graduates. I've yet to meet a logistics student that isn't working one or more jobs and still going to class. Flight students put up with the craziness of maintenance and weather delays and the staggering financial commitment to learn how to fly an airplane. And then the aviation maintenance students slogging through the incredible number of contact hours of that program just to get a chance at facing the FAA examinations afterwards. No one understands what you're going through like those that have been through it. And tonight, we're here to honor you. Students, please stand. Thank you. Each year, we like to invite a distinguished guest speaker to offer a few words of encouragement for our graduates. This year, behind me, Captain Rick Wilson is with us. Captain Wilson is the Vice President of Flight Operations for Envoy Air, an American Airlines group company. In his role, he oversees all facets of the airline's flight operations, leading the airline's team of more than 2,500 dedicated professional aviators. Rick holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Aviation Technology from LeTourneau University, our brothers just east of here, with an emphasis on engineering and mechanics, has completed an advanced executive program at the Kellogg School of Management, Northwestern University, and an aviation safety and security program at George Washington University. In addition to being an FAA licensed air transport pilot with over 7,000 flight hours and 6 type ratings, Rick is also an FAA licensed airframe and power plant mechanic. We're in good hands tonight, folks. Captain Wilson.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I too, like Dean Grant, gonna have to get set up here. So I've got, it may appear at times that I'm reading from a script. That's because I'm reading from a script, okay? Mine's not as nicely printed as Dean Grant's though, so, but we'll get through it. Class of 2021, wow. That was some hard work, wasn't it? 2 years, some of you probably 2 years plus, right, to get through this program. A lot of hard work. So first of all, congratulations. I'm going to try to keep this pretty simple. We kind of approach this 3 phases. First one I want to start out with, I want to debunk some of the fiction. I want to give you some of the facts, and then hopefully I'll be able to impart some inspiration to you. First, fiction. Despite how good a school TCC is, you don't know everything. All right? As we often say, this is the chance. It's really a certificate to learn at this point. Okay? So for logistics and supply chain, you're going to start out working with some seasoned veterans in the industry. Your job to begin with may be just ordering parts, right? But you're going to have the opportunity to work around teams and learn true logistics. And someday you're going to be leading those teams and making sure that you have everything in place to keep the operation going from coast to coast, around the world, depending on the operation that you get into. Okay? For the A&Ps, our aircraft, airframe, and power plant mechanics, you're going to start out your careers as gophers. Everybody knows what a gopher is, right? Go get that. I'll be right here when you get back. All right? You're also going to be service king. You're going to be filling the tire, checking the tire pressure, checking the oil, servicing the hydraulics. But again, you're going to have an opportunity to work around some seasoned veterans. And when you get a chance to stand alongside them and help support them as they troubleshoot through problems with the aircraft, right? Pay attention. This is your chance to learn to see how they go about that problem solving. For the professional pilots, it's the same thing. Probably most of you are going to be flight instructors. I would almost say 100% of you don't want to be flight instructors. Okay? But the old adage that they say that if you really want to know something, teach it. Right? So now you're going to be spending the next 800 hours trying to build your time up to an airline transport pilot rating. Okay? You'll be doing it as an instructor. Each one of these jobs, from logistics to mechanic to pilot, do them the very best that you can do them for where you're at that moment, right? And recognize that it's important. And everything you're doing is going to continue to build on the foundation that you've just gone through here at TCC. Fact. This is a fact. You've done the hard part. You'll never be asked to do anything harder than what you've just gone through here to get your degree, to get all your certifications. I guarantee it. Now, this industry is ever changing, so you will be ever learning, but nothing will be as challenging as what you've just gone through. So, again, congratulations. Fact, you're in high demand. High demand. You couldn't have hit it at a better time. I'm almost jealous of you as to where you're hitting this in the industry. So despite this little burble that we've had with the pandemic, right, the industry is heavy with retirements on the horizon. The industry is going to fully recover. There are lots of jobs and opportunities for you. And you're going to move up through the ranks quickly. So make sure you're paying attention, because if you're a professional pilot, you're going to be in a captain's seat before you know it. Mechanic, you're going to be the lead mechanic out there in the operation. And like I said, logistics, you could be running the whole show in short order. Lastly, I hope for you, like this has been for me, I hope it's a wonderful career for you. In my 35 plus years in the business, there hasn't been a day one that I haven't wanted to come to work. I hope you're blessed with the same thing. It's an incredible industry that we're involved in with aviation. So welcome to the club. Lastly, I'd just like to impart a little bit of advice. I give this to the new hires at our company. and that is enjoy the journey. All right, now the FAA does this to us a little bit, especially on the pilot side, right? Because first thing you want to do is accomplish a solo, then you want to accomplish your private pilot certificate, then it's, I want an instrument rating, then it's your commercial pilot, right? And you're clicking through all these milestones. So as you sit there young and eager, right, you're probably trying to figure out how to get my job as quickly as you can. And then you want to move on over to the main line and be at American Airlines or another major airline, or a captain on a business or corporate aviation, right? I'm only speaking from the airline perspective because that's what I know the best, but there's tons of opportunities out there, okay? It's going to go by faster than you think. Enjoy where you're at. Don't get so focused on the next step. The next step will naturally come. Again, just try to be the best that you can be at the job you're doing at this time. So again, class of 2021, congratulations.
We have a little gift for our guest speaker. It's a bag of trash. Here, I'll shake your hand and then you can read it.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's very kind of you.
Look back over here. There you go. Want to read it, Phil?
It's going to make me, I just put my glasses away. I presented to Captain Rick Wilson of Envoy in appreciation for your support to TCC Aviation and Logistics Programming at Seattle, Tarrant County College District 2021. Thank you very much. It was really my pleasure to be here.
Thanks, sir. I'll let you work that out.
Take all the trash. Stuff it.
There you go. Thanks so much. All right. Okay. So let me, and this is mainly for the folks that are at home watching or have not been here before. We have 3 separate pins for each one of our graduates that they're going to receive here in just a moment. One is for certainly the aviation, we're going alphabetical or aviation maintenance technology program. Next will be logistics and supply chain management, and then the final group for the professional pilot program. So we're going to invite, I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead. Bill, will you take your station, sir? Okay. And we'll start with the ones on the left. Okay. Let me put this back. Okay. Mr. Ray Bacon, Department Chair, Aviation Maintenance Program. Do you have candidates for completion in your Certificate of Completion or Associate of Applied Science in your program, sir? Please send those folks forward to get their pins. Just one at a time. Wait, but not yet. Not yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to introduce the following students. Wahid Wasim. Sean Bynum. Samantha Chop. Luke Poye. Alexander Sertucci. Victor Recon. and Nicholas Rojas.
Okay. Mr. Jones, will you take your station, sir? Mike Esquivel, Department Chair, Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Do you have candidates for certificates of completion or Associate of Applied Science in your degree, sir? Send them forward to accept their pens, please.
We are pleased to introduce these students. Cameron Banks. Didier Fulaki. John Jacobowski. Audra Massey. Kip Rose. And Lisa Seaman.
Mr. Goebel. Chad Wigan, Department Chair, Professional Pilot Program. Do you have candidates for Certificate of Completions or Associate of Applied Science in your program, sir?
Dave Grant, following candidates have met the rigorous demands of the Professional Pilot Program and are thus qualified for completion of the program.
Pilots, what are you going to do?
Ladies
Thank you,
and
sir. Send them
gentlemen,
forward.
Daniel Gillard. Andrew Galvin. Luke Longlaze. Roy Pariente. Stephen Petrie. Addison Schumacher. Ryan Tome. And Caleb Wardle.
Okay, we'll give everybody just a moment. Again, I know we've had, in our first ceremony, a few more candidates, so this one went a little quicker than we anticipated, but not everyone could be with us, but we've got several of the folks streaming it online. So for any graduates that weren't able to be with us today, we also offer our congratulations to you as well. Okay, I want to let the students get back, and then I want to make one more statement. Okay. You know, thinking back when I was a student and speaking with many of the students here over the years, I think it's pretty safe to say that no one would finish these programs as rigorous as they are without support, whether that's mom, dad, wife, husband, kids, grandmas, friends, grandpas, aunt, uncle, it doesn't matter. Family and friend support. So what I would like for the students to do is please stand. Please turn around and face the gentleman holding the camera there. Wave at the camera, and let's offer a big round of thanks to everyone at home that supported you. Thank you. So in closing, I'd just like to say again, a big heartfelt thanks to you guys for basically just putting up with everything, all the cussing and fussing and putting up with the construction and everything that's gone over the last year. Job well done. To everyone here tonight, thank you for your presence and thank you for all you do for Tarrant County College. Have a good night. Thank you.